Let's get started installing Groovy in our machine. Now, if you're on a Windows environment, all you need to do is go to groovy.codehouse.org, click on the Download Groovy button, and then scroll down to Download Windows Installer. Click the binary release, and this will download a self-extracting executable, which will copy the Groovy files to your platform and set up all the necessary path environments. Now, you do need to have the Java home environment variable already set for this to work. If you're already doing Java development, odds are this is already set. If not, there's an excellent Stack Overflow question. This is Stack Overflow question ID 2619584 that walks you through how to set the Java home environment variable on a Windows machine. Once you've set the variable, run the Groovy installer, and you're ready to go with Groovy. Now, if you're on an OS X or a Nix-based system, the installation process is actually a little more involved, as it involves manually downloading the binaries, copying them to the appropriate path on your system, and then manually tweaking the path environments of your bash profile. However, there is an easier way, and this is made possible through a tool called GVM. Now, if you've worked with Ruby, you may recognize the GVM concept because it's actually inspired by RVM. GVM is the Groovy Environment Manager, and it's designed to help you automatically install and uninstall different versions of Groovy on your machine. In addition to Groovy, GVM can also handle an installation of a lot of modules that live on the Groovy platform, such as Grails and Gradle, and lets you work with multiple versions of them at once. It really simplifies the process of getting a Groovy environment up and running on your machine. Now, as I mentioned before, GVM is actually only supported on OS X and Nix-based machines. However, if you're comfortable with Cygwin on Windows, you can easily run GVM through Cygwin and bring GVM to a Windows machine as well. To get started, we simply need to scroll down till we find the curl command. GVM actually installs simply as a bash script. Copy the curl command, and we'll paste this into a terminal. We'll run the command, and we're ready to go. However, since this command actually does tweak our bash profile, we need to source our bash profile. So we can simply run source bash profile to reload the changes that GVM ran. And now we'll simply run GVM install Groovy. By default, this will install the latest version of Groovy. However, we could have specified an older version if we wanted to. This will copy the Groovy runtime into a directory in our home directory called .gvm, which will keep it isolated from all other Groovy installations on our machine. It will ask us if we want to set the latest version that we pulled as the default. Yes, we do, because we can hold multiple versions of Groovy using GVM, and now we're ready to go. If we type Groovy-V, we can see that the Groovy runtime is available in our prompt, and we're running version 2.1.9. And that's all we need to do.